Yo, where the f is J-Lo?
Y'all seen J-Lo?
Where you
Where-
at?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy J-Lo here, back again with another video. And of course, we continue in the series with the vet, man. Let me show y'all something. Let me give y'all an update. Let me give y'all a little update real fast. So since the last time y'all have seen it, we got it on the engine stand. Right now we are taking off the timing cover. We're gonna redo the timing chain. We're gonna scrape all the gaskets off of the side, and then I bought an entire gasket set. So we're gonna do that while I have the engine out. I do have a torque wrench too, so we're torquing everything back down to spec. I actually think I bought a new oil pump as well. So everything's getting changed, so we shouldn't have any issues out of this bad boy. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so we're doing this timing chain first. The whole thing about the timing chain is just making sure that everything lines up. So if you look inside of the casing, or the timing casing, I took the timing cover off, you're gonna have a dot right here on the gear, and then there's also one that is supposed to match up on the bottom gear as well for them to be in sync. That's how you know that the engine is at top dead center. I also have to take the oil pan off to be able to remove the oil pickup tube, and once I take the oil pickup tube off, I'll be able to take this off. I also have a new oil pressure thingy.
A motherfucking down.
I be forgetting the terminology. I know what it is, but I forget the terminology for it. But yeah, I just got to take that bad boy off. I got to take the bottom off and then take this bad boy off, and then we can take the timing assembly off. So we're about to jump on that now. As y'all can see, we got the oil pan off. Now we're taking the oil pump off, and this is as simple as the 4 bolts, and then also the bolt on the bottom that was holding the pickup tube into the oil pump. Y'all can see we got the oil pump off, and now you can better see the indication marks that I was talking about. It should be a dot right there, and there's also a dot on the bottom one. That's just letting you know that the engine is aligned, it's top dead center, and you are good to take the timing chain off. So I'm going to do just that. In order to remove it, it's just these 3 bolts right here, and it should come off. If you're replacing the sprocket on the bottom, it's a little bit different. I'm not really sure how to take that off, but I'm sure you can Google how to do that. As y'all can see, we got the 3 bolts out. It's just as simple as wiggling this bad boy off, and your whole timing chain is out. As y'all can see, this is black and beat up. Whoever had this engine prior to did not do a good job at taking care of it, and it shows within the inside. So hopefully we can do better on our part at taking care of it and making sure that at least we get this bad boy cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? So after we got everything off, this is the new chain. This is also the new upper gear. I went ahead and soaked the chain in oil just to allow everything to be lubricated or whatever, and it's just a reverse process of putting it back on, slipping it over, making sure everything lines up, keeping the indication marker right here towards the bottom, keeping it in line with the top one. So when you put it on, everything should, and there we go. I have to look up what the torque spec for these are, but everything should go back in the same way it came out. I'm gonna find the torque specs on this, and I'll get right back to y'all. Now that that bad boy is installed, we're gonna install the oil pump. This process is quite simple. People like to overcomplicate this, but you get it to seat properly on the engine. When you take your 4 bolts that came out of the water pump, if I can locate those bad boys. Oil pump, yep, here we go. The right bag, you know what I'm saying? I got everything bagged and labeled so I don't misplace anything. And with these, this is the trick. People like to overcomplicate the installation of this, but it's not all that difficult. You're gonna get all the bolts started. You're going to take your impact, and you are going to not necessarily tighten it all the way down, but you want to get it pretty close to as far as it'll go down, making sure also that it is seated properly so you don't crack anything. Yeah, I almost just broke my wrist twice. But what you're gonna do, you're gonna get that really close. You're not gonna tighten them all the way down, so we're gonna back off just a hair. Back off just a hair. Oh, that was tight. Back off just a hair on that. And with all of those off, you are going to then put your crank bolt back in, which I have here. Put that bad boy back in. And then you're going to make sure that the gear up top does a complete revolution. One complete revolution. So pop that bad boy on there. First you got to get it tight. Alright, and that's lined up perfectly. And once all of that is lined, you want to go ahead and shoot it down. I'm going to get the appropriate torque specs for this and get back. So I actually just ran to the store and grabbed some Loctite to throw on the bolts for that. That's something I neglected, but after looking on forums, they highly advise that you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some thread locker on the bad boy and then reinstall and get us back to the point that we were at. Now we're moving back to the oil pump. Same thing. I'm going to put this bad boy back on.
Oh no!
These right here are going to get torqued to 18 foot-pounds. So there is also a plug on the side right here that we have to take out. This is where you add the oil to prime the pump. So this is what we're going to take out right now. Right here I've hooked up a little contraption just to put into the oil fill for the water pump. Not oil. Let me try that again. Here I've rigged up a contraption to put into the oil pump to prime the oil pump with oil. So this is what I got. We're just going to pump it until it starts coming out.
So make them run it back.